What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages? Welcome to another Crypto Monday, but it's a little bit of everything tonight. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight and give you guys hopefully a ton of value. I was saying this on Telegram a little earlier today that we're gonna touch on some of the crypto stuff. Obviously, elephant in the room is the new HIVE blockchain and all the stuff going on there. But I've got a ton of stuff that I wanted to hopefully give you guys some value, especially in this day and age of entrepreneurship and everybody kind of looking towards online business as the craziness that's going on offline is happening. Hopefully it fires you guys up and gets you guys more excited for these opportunities and stuff that are in front of us. So first of all, happy Monday. Blaine, how was your weekend, man?
Really good. I've been working a lot on this brand new thing that I'm building. And hopefully a lot of progress will be made in the next week or so. So I'm hoping to be able to get members to test it out, because I don't want to just open it. I'm going to have members test it out. So we're going to go through like a week of testing and have people put in whatever comments they have about everything, and then we'll get everything finalized, and then everything will go live. So it'll be very smooth, hopefully, question mark.
Crossing fingers.
So
good to hear, man. We got lots of stuff coming up. Blaine was actually he showed a few things to everybody in Telegram, so hopefully you guys are hanging out in Telegram and not just sitting there as crows on a fence, right, Rob? If you're in here, no. Anyways, okay, so let's dive into it, because it's obviously big news, and we'll talk. I want to touch on it a little bit, but then I'm going to go into some content for you guys. Okay, so Friday, the hard fork 23 happened on the STEEM blockchain, and basically what happened was that it forked and became HIVE. The HIVE blockchain was live on I think 10:30 a.m. Eastern on Friday morning, and it's been really smooth, to be brutally honest with you. If you've ever been part of any STEEM hard forks before, you know that it's usually about a week after they hard fork for things to get running, because it's just such a mess. But HIVE actually did really good. There's a few apps and stuff that haven't made their way over yet. State of the dApps said I think 9 or 12%, excuse me, of the apps on Steam have migrated over to HIVE, and I'm sure that number will increase as time moves on. So very exciting. Basically, in a nutshell, I'm not going to get into, I'm a big believer in positivity, and I'm a big believer in looking forward instead of backwards. So essentially, this is what happened. If you're checking your blockfolio, which I did this morning, I woke up to basically Steem and HIVE, two coins that are pretty close in price. So you basically doubled your money. If you had 100 Steem, you got 100 Steem, and you got airdropped on Friday 100 HIVE. They're trading, give or take, roughly around the same, couple of pennies here and there difference. But basically what happened is you doubled your money. If you had 100 Steem, you got 100 Steem, plus you got 100 HIVE. The drama that will unfold on the blockchain is for anyone's guess how this will go. I'm going to think positively. I'm going to say HIVE is awesome because we're there at the start. There was even rumors of a cease and desist order this morning from a Canadian mining company that basically owned the domain hiveblockchain.com, and they were all up in airs about, I don't know who you're going to sue, because there's no one who really, there's no CEO of HIVE. It's like trying to go after Satoshi Nakamoto for Bitcoin. Where are you going to get him? Who are you going to, I mean, I guess there, you know, websites can get this and that and whatever. Hi, Monty. How you doing, man? Hi, Lisa. But it is what it is. We'll sort itself out. I don't think you have any kind of trademark on the word HIVE, but I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. Personally, I don't really care. I think it's just hype and hoopla, because basically HIVE is very smooth and working. All of the programs are starting to merge back in and starting to get back in. The Steam engine stuff, this is the big question mark, right? Like, what are we going to do with CTP Talk? Can I just be brutally honest and Blaine's going to laugh. You just watch Blaine's reaction when I say this. The customer supported Steam engine is freaking awful. They don't support any of the tribes, unless maybe, I don't know, maybe some of the tribes dropped a whole lot more money than we did, but we dropped a bit of money on this stuff to develop this thing. Ever since it launched, support has been horrible. It's awful. So I didn't expect anything differently. As it is, everything is secure on CTP Talk. Everything is still on Steam, though. So everything on Steam Engine is still on Steam. There's the rumors that we will be going to Hive. The Steam Engine platform won't. They're going to start for fresh, basically. So me and Blaine are going to have to pay more money. I think that's what they're trying to say. I'm going to fight this. I'm going to raise hell because I would like a better solution. I think that you need to support the companies and communities that have invested a lot into it, and just to say that, hey, we're going to start fresh and just abandon things, I don't think that's fair to anyone. That being said, Steam Engine is still there. CTP Token, remember, it's pegged to Steam. Steam is still valuable. Steam's still out there. Everything is as is. I would recommend to you guys to just keep creating. That's it. Keep creating, keep engaging, keep, the engagement up, the curation up, the content up. Me and Blaine will worry about getting this from Steam to Hive. It's going to happen. So rest assured, we're going to make sure, hell or high water, we're going to be secure and everything is good to go. So, Blaine, do you want to touch on the awesome support you've been getting, or no?
Yeah, great support. I talk to them personally all the time whenever they want to reply to me. Yeah, no, CTP Talk's still there. It's always going to be there. And we're going to continue moving forward with everything. Nothing is paused, nothing is stopped along the way. We will transfer it over to Hive or maybe something better. Who knows? It all really just depends on what happens in the next couple months, I would say.
Right.
As to what happens. So, but we're here. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, just keep creating. That's the big thing. It's tied to Steam. So Steam's valuable. Steam is traded on exchanges. Just keep creating. We'll figure it all out. That good?
Yeah, Eric, I haven't stopped buying CTP tokens. So
yeah, I bought a bunch last night too and powered up. I'm up to 60,000 now staked. So.
See, I was just about to surpass John on the rich list, but now I'm not going to because I'm only up to 55,000 staked.
Sorry. Yes, and miners too. Yeah, everything's, again, it's all working the same. In fact, some of these savvy people, because I don't know if you guys noticed what happened last night, you got airdropped Hive from the Steam P you had inside of your account. So if you had 100 Steam P inside of your Steam Engine account, you got airdropped even more Hive. So rest assured, even though these two chains have split, they're still very tied to each other. So just keep creating, keep engaging, keep focusing on the community and what you can control. That's what's important. The chain hasn't stopped. It's never stopped. It's still going. I personally just have rants because I want to get better support and I want you guys to be supported from, the side chains and stuff, but the community is still there. Everything is still as is. So nothing has changed really. So there you go. How's that for the news, gossip, scandal, and the Hive and Steam stuff? It was only 12 minutes in.
I like how instead of Steam power now you have Hive power, which also shortens to HP.
HP, health power, right? For all the gamers out there. Yep.
Hit points, yeah.
Yeah, hit points. Yep, hit points, right. Yeah, sorry, I'm not an RPG guy like you. Sorry. That's it, Mike. That's it. Just keep swimming, man. That's it. I mean, again, there's the things you can control and things you can't control. This is why we're very bullish on Hive, because we can actually control this now. There's no huge, massive ninja mind stake that always was there with Steam. So this is what's exciting. What's exciting is that this is brand new and we're there at the birth of this. So we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that we get going on Hive and everything. There's rumors that a lot of these tribes, you can actually be paid out in Hive now. I've talked to Khalil Kazi from Steam Leo. He's really involved in that. Neoxin, they said something that they're able to do that. It's confusing. Again, I'm an idiot, and I just create and curate and engage. We'll figure it out.
But in the
We're,
meantime,
sorry?
3 things you got to do or got to build.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Yes, you can say it's all on Steam Engine, Lisa. Everything is still on Steam Engine. Absolutely everything is on Steam Engine. Yes, Mike, that's what I think too. I think this is the birth of something fantastic, and we are literally on the ground floor. This is the beginning. Hive is 72 hours old. That's exciting. That's really exciting to me. So let's see where we can take it as a community. Okay, I made a new printable for you guys, and I've printed it, and I've laminated it. You guys ready for this? This is going to be some awesome. I hope you guys are fired up about this content because I spent a lot of time developing my talk for this as well as the graphic. So if you guys don't like it, you're killing unicorns, and I'll never be able to live with myself ever again. So here we go. Okay, this is what I call the marketer's mission. The marketer's mission, and you can. I'll give you guys the PDF. It's there. It's not a PDF, but it is a printable. What you want to do. Your mission as a marketer, if you choose to accept it, is to get people to know, like, and trust you. And we are going to go through each of these points, and I'm going to piggyback my opinion, and I'm going to ask Blaine for his opinion, and hopefully we'll give you guys some really, really good workable use cases for this, because you've heard it a million times. You've heard me and Blaine talk about this for years. You got to get people to know, like, and trust you. Okay, cool story, John. That's awesome, Blaine. High five. How do we do this? How do we do this? How do we get people to know, like, and trust us? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So we'll put this up here just so we know what we're talking about. That's my awesome new up there. It's on my left shoulder. So here we go. We're going to dive into this right now. I want you guys to get your piece of paper and a pen out, okay? We're gonna do step by step here, but we're gonna have to frame it, right? We're gonna have to frame this. We all have dreams, okay? This is going to be motivational talk with John and Blaine. We all have dreams. What our dreams turn into is goals. Our goals turn into our actions. Our actions turn into results, and our results turn into success. When you focus on something, you start building a position, and your position becomes an authority, and that becomes your personal brand. So you can write that down. I'm going to do an entire lesson on this and put it into CTP for you guys, but this is the talk, and it's right here. It just I've written it down. Hopefully you guys write it down too. Dreams lead to your goals lead to your actions lead to results, and results lead to success. You'll notice a few things. It doesn't just go dreams to success. There's a process, and this is know, liking, and trusting. We are going to really get fired up on why you need to get people to know, like, and trust you to actually find success online. Okay, so the first one is know. You got the marketer's mission. You got to get people to know you. Well, how do you do that? How do you do that? I've got 5 ways that you guys can get people to know you, and we're going to go through each of them right now. The first one is obviously I made the post last night on Hive. Hi, Corey. Hi, Jen. Welcome. Is that you want to do 5 engagements a day. I'm going to piggyback this to Blaine and go, Blaine, why do we want to engage with 5 different people in like social media networks and stuff?
Because, and we've talked about this before, so it's a combination of many things, right? We talked about social landmines. We've talked about, I forget what I called it, stacking our efforts and stuff like that. And that's what you're doing every single day that you're doing this, is you're engaging with new people. Now that new person knows you for something specific. So when that specific thing happens or they need help with that specific thing, they come right back to you every single day. And before I get to what I was about to say, I want to talk about doing this consistently over and over and over. In time, people will start to approach you. And it's that word of mouth thing. Unfortunately, the way the word of mouth works is if people know, like, and trust you, they'll tell you to 1 to 3 people. If
Right.
people hate you with all their passion, they will tell it to 5,000 people. As many people will listen. But those 1 to 3 people, that's what we want to focus on. And as you start to build this know, like, and trust, and people get to know you, and you get to know people, people are going to start coming to you that you didn't previously know. So you're going to start building and adding to those relationships and just stacking everything on top of one another. I get people every single day in Telegram, in email, and everything that are approaching me, asking me about specific things because of something that I helped somebody else with at some point. And it's just a continuous effort of building and building and building. And in time, just the roots start sprouting outward and upward. And then now you've got all kinds of people reaching in to get to know you.
Yep. Yeah, the engagements is and I'm gonna dive deeper into this, but that's the first point for knowing, because the more you're engaging, the more people will actually go to you. They will start seeking you out. As again, remember, focus equals position equals authority. That becomes your personal brand. So the more people that start seeking you out, it's because you're engaging with people. The next thing is creating. Content creation is so vital, and this is again why we created CTP Talk. Why we're pounding it and continuing to pound it to tell people to create content. This is so important to get people to know you. Okay, remember, the first of this thing is, we haven't even got to like and trust yet. This is just knowing. And when you're creating content, whether it be long form on a blog, whether it's streaming on Facebook, whether it's Twitter, whether it's an update on Facebook, whatever, you're getting people to know you because you're in front of them every single day. Content creation, this is why we say the 2 B's of CTP, building your list and building your brand. Well, we're talking about building your brand through getting people to know you right now. It is so critical. But still, there's only about a half a dozen people that seem to get this message inside of CTP to create every day. I'm not really sure what else we need to explain to folks, but hopefully this talk helps, because it is that important to your business. People are not going to do business with you if they don't know you. And remember what's happening. People's attention is being pulled left, right, especially today. I mean, if you are not talking about, the state of the world right now, people will ignore you because that's all their attention is focused on. 1,440 minutes a day. People allocate that to what they deem is the most important in their life. If you are not focusing on creating content each and every day, people will just ignore you. And it's not intentional. It's not like they're sitting there and saying, you know what, Blaine Jones and John Olson are pricks. No, they're just saying that Blaine and John are not on the top of our priority list right now, because you know what? When's the last time they created anything? I got a notice today on Facebook that I hadn't. It was like 3 a.m, and I'm doing blogs and stuff and writing a funnel for Blaine. And I got a notice on Facebook, and it said, no one has heard from you at CTP for a while. And I'm like, holy hell, it's been like 2 days or 3 days since I updated on CTP on Facebook. And then I'm going to sit there and blame others for why they're not spending all the money with us at CTP. No, the reason is because we did not create content every day on this platform. That's a big no-no in business, and especially in affiliate marketing. You need to get to not only engage with people, but now you got to create content to allow for the engagement to happen. So important. This is the big chunk of getting people to know you. You want to create, curate, yeah, but engage as well. It's really, you can't get to like. People won't like you if they don't know about you. So this is why when I talk about the 5,500, 5,000 formula on STEAM/HIVE, it always starts with 5 engagements a day. Network with 5 people a day. Engage with 5 people a day. That will get people to know you more, which brings us to like. I'm going to break this down. There's 3 points I want to touch on like. Engaging equals relationships, the importance of community, and driven through value. So value driven. First of all, engaging equals relationships. So you get people to know you through engagement and creation and curation and all this stuff. What does that build? That builds relationships, right? The engaging equals the relationships. So now you've got people that know you. Now hopefully people like you because you've engaged with them consistently over time. This is how you get people to do business with you. Continuously engaging, which leads to the relationships. People are always trying to find the magic tool for this, right? Like they always hear like, oh, you just pay $47 a month and you're going to be an instant success. The one thing that's never sold and can't be sold is relationships. You can fight tooth and nail, have the best marketing strategies in the world, but if people don't actually like you through the relationship you have with them, what do you got? Nothing. This is, again, and I'm circling around here, the wagon, why me and Blaine are so bullish on Hive and we're kind of like meh on Steam, because it's the relationships with the people. It's the community that matters, right? So who do you choose to do business with? The faceless entity or the community? This leads us to the new point, which is community. But you're loyal to the relationship. You are not loyal. Like, so when you're trying to get business done online, it is never through, oh, they've got the flashiest website. 9 times out of 10, it's they've treated me really good and I really feel valued with them. I'll let Blaine touch on it as I drink some water.
Yeah, I can relate this to just non-affiliate internet marketing in general. So if anybody that knows me knows that I love tattoos, and I have a lot of them. And most of them come from one very specific shop. And it's because I got to know and like them. And it just started with one appointment, one meeting, me going in there, talking to them, and then being able to do what I wanted. And then from there, everything builds. And that's where the like comes in, is building that relationship, getting to know and understand each other. And at the end of the day, I know that even with John or with Jen or with Eliana or anybody like that, we may not always like or have the same opinions on certain things. But at the end of the day, if our business is in this area and what we don't like is over here, it's irrelevant to me. It's more about this specific area of what I'm doing with that specific person. And that's how you build that like. And that's why I always try and stay away from certain types of talks or posts from people that I may not be or have any concern with, because it's over here and it's not in this area that I want to stay in. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. This is what forms community, right? I mean, this is why you get people to know you. That's the first step. But now, just like Blaine said, like there's an entire community based. I guarantee you, the place where he goes and gets his tattoo shops, I bet you they have a raving fan base. They have a community of people that are very loyal to that one shop, right?
What's super great about that one shop is they now have an email list, a subscriber list, because of me. I was like, hey, maybe you should do this. And this is back in way back when Traffic Wave was a big thing on the interwebs for a while. I set them up as referrals to me in Traffic Wave.
Nice.
And set up their entire list and set up everything, and then got them subscribers. And they have created a massive list based off of that. So I'm a subscriber.
Oh yeah, man. And Mike, you bang on. I mean, there's certain restaurants where I'll always go because of the relationship. I got to know them. It's funny because you think about it. How do you get to know people? It's like, yeah, you do content, but also word of mouth is huge, right? So you're doing content, you're doing the engagement, but word of mouth is massive. So for my example, I would know about this restaurant. A friend of mine would tell me about it. They'd recommend it. I would go, I'd meet the owner. The owner would treat me good. I would always tip them well. They always take care of me. And then the relationship formed. And then the loyalty formed. And this is where it goes from no to like, and then it gets to trust. But it's value driven, right? That's the thing. You hear this all the time, right? This is the buzzword where you want to drive value, right? The pull-push marketing thing, 75% pull, 25% push. Even if you're doing the 25% push, it's value driven. You're always trying to drive value. Instead of what's in it for me, it's what's in it for you. How can I serve you? How can something I have that I'm offering add value to your life? And that's it's an awesome way to do business, but it's so foreign, sadly, in 2020. So value-driven community, engaged in relationships, which brings us to trust. So Marketer's mission is to get people to know you. You do that through engagement and creation and social media and content. They start to like you because you're driving value, you're engaging, you're building relationships, and it's a community is forming, right? Trust is a crazy thing. Just like Jen said, it's a big thing. It's probably the biggest thing in business. And let me tell you about my situation. I took years to develop trust And it took a couple of miscalculations and horrible decisions to abuse that trust. So it takes a really long time to get to this level. And if you're not careful, it can disappear in a second. But we're going to go over a few tips on how, now that you've got people knowing you, got people liking you, how do you get people to trust you, right? Blaine touched on this. This is very, very important. Consistency. Why do we tell you guys to show up every day? Why do we tell you guys to do the 5 daily tasks to help you form good habits in CTP? Why do we tell you to go to the 3 steps to success? Why do we tell you to create content every day? Why? Because consistency breeds trust. It's so important. If you show up once a month and go, hey, I've got an awesome thing you should buy, and then you disappear for a month and then show up again and go, hey, I got an awesome thing to buy, there's zero trust. You're looking at that relationship as not a give, it's just a take. And it's got to be give take in this stuff. It's got to be 50-50. Consistency is key in building trust. Blaine, again, like I'm beating a dead horse here, but Blaine touched on this literally 5-10 minutes ago, where he started off saying, if you're not showing up every day, don't even bother, because all you're doing is restarting the relationship. That's all you're doing. Every time you disappear, and God knows how many people in this industry disappear, and then 6 months later, they're like, oh, I've never left. And it's not sexy, man. I mean, consistency, you know, just like I got that kick in the butt the other day, last night, when it was like, oh, you haven't posted to CTP on Facebook. It's like, oh my gosh, like I felt like I felt bad that I wasn't doing enough for you guys. That's kind of because I wanted to be consistent, and I choose to be consistent, but it's tough. It's not sexy. You do this stuff, and every day it's not like you show up and you're consistent and you make $1 million. It doesn't work that way. It is a track record, which I'm calling, and I don't know if you guys want to brand this or whatever, but a portfolio of value. Your consistency is developing a portfolio of value that people can look back. Remember, we told you guys last week, all these people are going to be looking online for business opportunities now because everybody's got it, all this drama that's going on with the virus. Well, what did we tell you 6 months ago? Start creating from then. Because now people's eyeballs are going to be looking at this stuff. And if you don't have that portfolio of value, you're just showing up. Oh, well, you know, everybody else is online. I'm going to go online now and try to make money. There's no trust. There's zero trust. So you need to be consistent, and you need to build that portfolio of value no matter what. And that's the last point, is to keep on no matter what. You have to be stubborn about this. Trust is not bought. Trust is not overnight. Trust is not something that you can just show up one day and you've got it. You have to be consistent, and you have to develop that portfolio of value. Portfolio of value will be a lesson inside of CTP in the coming weeks. Blaine?
I mean, I can't hit on it any further than you already have. Trust is built. It takes time. Like Monty said, it can be lost in a second, easily. And that's what you have to avoid doing. And that's why we try and stay away from scummy tactics of any sort. And that's why we're not up here every single week trying to sell you something. We're here bringing you content and trying to help you become a better affiliate, become a better blogger, become a better anything that you're trying to be. That is our overall goal, is to just help you, our members at CTP. And that's how we're building trust with you.
Right. And this is the game plan. Like, I mean, you know, you sit there and go, oh, look at Blaine and John, they're just little angels. I mean, yeah, we want to drive value, but there's also a marketing plan to this. And it's not like it's persuasive, but we're trying to build it up so that you guys become our best fans, our best affiliates, our best raving, you know, like, oh, this is the greatest. Like, we want you guys to be as loyal as John is to Apple. That's big. Come on, that's big. But this is why, and it's the right way, I think, to do business. When you know, you guys, when someone comes to you guys, because you're doing the engagement, you're doing the creation, you're doing the curation, you're building up your business, and someone comes to you and goes, hey, you know what do you think? Who do you think we should go to learn this stuff? We want your guys' top of mind to be CTP, go to CTP. Oh, by the way, here's my referral link to CTP because they pay commissions, and Blaine paid a bunch of commissions last week, just saying. So yeah, it's just really, really important as business people, I think, to have this kind of way of doing business. It's not a scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but I'm being completely transparent. I want you guys to be our biggest fans. I want you guys to go out there and say, hey, CTP is awesome, but do it on the back end, because hopefully you guys have learned about back end and front end by now. But yeah, so I hope this talk was really big value for you guys, because we hear this all the time. You got to get people to know, like, and trust you. And that is the mission of all marketers. Affiliate marketers should be driven by, how do I get more people to know, like, and trust me? How do I do this? Well, this is how you do it. You do it through engagement, creation, curation, social media, pure content. You do this to get people to know you. The more engaging you're doing, the more relationships you'll form, the more community you will be a part of, the more you're driving value to people. That will get people to like you. And then trust is consistency and developing a portfolio of value where people will see the track record and go, you know what? Mike Dell has been doing this for a long time. This is a good dude. This is a good dude. Eliana's been doing this for a long time. She's a good lady. She knows what she's talking about. These are people, Jen has crushed it at 2020 Vision. This is good people that aren't trying to just show up once and then disappear for 6 months and then come back. This is how you get people to know, like, and trust you. Very actionable steps. None of this stuff costs money. Let's be brutally honest. There's nothing to buy now. There's no $47 product. I mean, if you want to send $47, send 45 to Blaine and 2 to me. I'll take the hit. Blaine's the hardest working man in show business, right? And lots of Mountain Dew costs money, so you need to send it to him. But it's at the end of the day, it's driving value and developing that portfolio of value, so people come to you and go, you know what? These are good people. These are good people I want to do business with. And it's awesome. And, so to end it, I just want to get this, again, just beating this dead horse, is that you can't get from dreams to success. There's got to be a path. And your dreams will lead to your goals will lead to actions, your actions lead to results, and then your results will lead to success. But it has to be through getting people to know, like, and trust you. Very important to get that. So, I have this as an entire lesson. I'm going to be drafting this up. I got tons of stuff to do. Like, forget that whole thing about Blaine being the busiest guy. I've got to redo all the STEAM lessons, man. You guys understand how much effort that's going to take? Like, look at all these STEAM savvy cards that are like, look at all this. I spent all the money on STEAM savvy and now I got to redo it all. Feel sorry for me, please. Please. Blaine, feel sorry for me, man. Come on.
Oh, okay. Let me hop right on that bus.
Yeah. Anywho. Yeah. So lead with value, portfolio value, build that up. That will get people to know, like, and trust you. This is a really, I don't know if you'll be able to see it if I Hive savvy. No, it doesn't flow, Eric. It doesn't flow. Hive savvy. It's something STEAM savvy rolled off the tongue. I gotta figure. Okay. Let me be brutally honest with you. STEAM savvy is going to stay as is, but I'm going to focus all the Hive training inside of CTP. The focus is CTP. I want to funnel people into CTP from the blockchain to start learning affiliate marketing for you guys. So you guys have a whole fresh new market of people coming into this business that are brand new, that want to be sponges, or you guys can, the beehive. Yeah, exactly, Eliana. That's a great branding thing, Anyways, I digress on the whole marketing and branding thing with Hive, but yeah, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to redo STEAM Savvy. I'm pretty sure STEAM Savvy is going to stay as is. It's there. And then we'll just do the Hive training inside of CTP. I want to get people in CTP. That's my goal. Remember, this is funnel 101, man. You need to have that free front end so you can upsell people and sell people on the back end on programs and services. The front end for us is CTP. That's the front end. We want to get more people into CTP. So I think If we do that, it's a lot easier for you guys too. Not only as affiliates, you don't need to go, oh yeah, you can do your CTP training, but if you want to learn about Hive, you can go to Hive Savvy as well. Just keep everything simple, right? Just keep it all in CTP. So I'm going to keep everything in CTP, redo those lessons, and CTP Talk hasn't changed. It's the same. I might have to reword things because it's not like, oh, go get your Hive token. You know, you're going to still need Steam to get onto CTP. But I have plenty of accounts still. So if you need an account at both Steam or Hive, I have tons of them ready to rock. So if there's no excuse, just come and ask, say, hey, John, hey, Blaine, I need an account. And you're good to go. I screwed up. I made a boo-boo. And I better put this on record here because so I got really gun happy with the Hive split. Because of that, I did an oops and I took away all of the delegation on Steam for everybody that I delegated to. So there's like a good 40 accounts or something that had 15 to 25 Steam power that don't have it now from me. The accounts, though, still have delegation on Hive. So if you want to create on Hive, your delegation is still there. The problem is that, see, I thought Steam Engine would port like that. I thought they'd move everything over to Hive right away. My bad. So if you are out of RC, resource credits, you're still creating on CTP Talk and you've run out, drop me a line. Just send me a line. I've got tons of Steam power. I've got tons of Hive power. I can hook you up with enough delegation so that you can still operate and everything. But you guys hopefully should still have everything already since you've been delegated. You have enough, so you don't really need the 15. That was just to help you guys get started. But if you are stuck and you still need that resource credits, the extra delegation, the 15 to 25, let me know. I can put it back for you guys on Steam. But again, the focus is Hive. So I'm trying to get you guys, once CTP Talk makes the move, we'll be on that. But if you're stuck and you need delegation, just let me know and I'll hook you up. So that's my fault. I totally got gun happy, super trigger happy. And I was like, I'm going to undelegate everything so I have all this Steam power I can sell. And because you have to power down. So I've powered down my Steam now. And I took away all the delegation. I had like 10,000 delegated and I screwed up. So anywho, that's my fault. Sorry, eh? If you need it, just let me know. Thanks for listening. Any other questions, comments, suggestions? If not, I will shut down the recording. We'll still be going live for giveaways and such. But anyways, let's stop the recording because I'm pretty sure this is going to be uploaded, and we'll talk about this in a second. But thanks for watching, everybody that's watching this. And if you're live, just keep tuning in because we have things to talk about and giveaways and all sorts of stuff. Bye.